silly me. Why haven't I found another? A baller. When times get hard, need someone to help me out. Instead of a sperm like you who don't know what a man's about. Keep paying my bills, keep paying my telephone bills, keep paying my automobiles. Take a chance and maybe we could chill. I know you do, so you can do all through.
Hey!
That was a lot. That was gonna be shorter.
Hey, everyone out there. Welcome to I'll Sip to That. Thank you guys for tuning in as usual. Woo! It's a celebration today. We have such a good topic for everyone. We hope you're tuning in. If not, you need to make sure you don't miss a beat. Hit rewind, whatever you need to do to tap into this. As usual, here are the rules for Sip to That. When we're speaking on a topic, a subject, if you agree, we want you to grab your glasses and sip to that. If you don't agree, that's okay. Just wait for the next subject to come in. I'm sure it'll be something that you can agree to. It doesn't have to necessarily be wine. You can sip to your favorite tea, coffee, soda, water, whatever you decide you want to sip with, just sip to that. So, ladies, how are y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing awesome.
Great.
Awesome. Jasmine's coming in here straight out of Wakanda.
Right.
I like it. Yes, I like your braids, Jazz.
Twist.
Your twist. I'm sorry. Your faux lacs.
Shout out to my girl.
Ah, what's her name? Your girl. I understand sometimes, you can't give up your resources. It's okay to keep her on hold for a little while, but if people want to know, you got to give them
definitely share.
You got to share who
She got
it is.
me recording. She did a great job.
Absolutely. And they look really, really good.
Thank you.
And then Dom over here with her braids. So,
Yes, my braids.
And I'm over here looking like Dora the Explorer, I'll sip to that as well. Oh, I can't stand these girls. I can't stand them, but I love them. And none of you better have picked up your wine or your tea or your water on that one. Don't be sipping to that. Put your glasses down. But as promised, we have an awesome show for you today. And we're going to turn the subject over to my girl, Dom, a.k.a. Swiss, a.k.a. Damo. This is Shay. Like, she has so many aliases. But Dominic, please let our guests know what our discussion is going to be about today.
All right, guys. So we have a two-topic situation today.
Okay.
So the first one, of course, you heard the song, bills, bills, bills. Now, sir, can you pay my bills or not? Should I expect you to pay my bills or not?
I'll sip to that.
So the first part of the question is, if a woman makes more than the man in a relationship, do you think that makes him, inferior or make him feel less than?
Oh.
So that's the first one.
I like
And
that.
then the second one would be, if you are moving in with, your man, do you think that you guys should split the bills, like offhand? Or should the women pay for the little bills and then the guy should pay for the big bills? Big bills like rent, all that type of stuff. And then the women is just like lights.
Right.
Cable, groceries, grocery
Right.
stuff. That's the topic at hand. So we'll start with if the woman makes more than the man, how do you ladies feel?
Tap me in.
You're in. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Wow, that's kind of interesting. I think that can be a lot of an issue if the man is not confident in who he is. I don't think it really matters who make the most money as long as you get to the end goal. Whatever your goal is for your relationship, it doesn't matter to me who's making the most. Like I said, as long as you get there. Now, I can tell you when I first started dating my husband, I was making more than him. He would probably say, I didn't rub it in his face, but I don't try to use words. Okay, I'm not going to say I don't try to use words. I have a bad habit of saying my, without it being offensive. That's just, I don't try to do it on purpose. I just say my. So, I did that a lot in my relationship. I would always say, well, this is mine, or my car, or my house, or my apartment, and he contribute just as much. So how is it just
Right.
mine. But I did make more than him, and it made him feel some kind of way. But guess what it did do? It pushed him. It pushed him because not that I thought I was doing anything to make him feel less than, but he wanted to be ultimately the breadwinner because he felt like he should take care of me.
Right.
And I have no problem with that. But I can tell you this. I know I lucked up when I got my husband. I really, really did. Even in his stance of not making more than me, he always made sure that I had. And he still does the same today. Like every Friday, without fail, my car was filled up with gas. Every single Friday, wash. He still does that to this day. He wasn't even living with me, but he made sure that my house was stocked with groceries. Like every couple of weeks, just me and my kids there. But he made sure food was in my house. Who can let that go?
Right.
So for him to do that, I say, kudos to you, baby. Thank you. And he still, like I said, I'll sip to that as well.
Yes.
He still does that today. So I think it can cause problems, but I don't think it's all depending on the person. It should not be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue as long as you get to your goal.
Right.
Set a goal, make it happen, and whoever gets there first or how you get there together, that's all that's important to me. What about you, Jess?
Just to piggyback off of that, a partnership is what you guys are in. So regardless if the woman is making more, the journey is what matters. And what the goal that you get to in the end is what matters. So
Right.
If he is secure, he should not have a problem with that. And if he feels like he's not making enough, then go out there and get some more money the legal way.
I'll
Don't
sip
do anything
to
that's going to
that.
jeopardize
Right.
our bank account. But,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay if she's making a little bit more money than you. Don't be ashamed. Just, kiss her feet every once in a while.
Absolutely. There's
Nothing
other
wrong
ways
with
to
that.
make up for the cash.
Right.
There's so many different
It's
ways
just
to make
cash.
up. Right. How do you feel?
I definitely agree with both of you guys. I feel like it's all the person. If they don't have a problem with it and y'all still can have that great relationship and communicate the
Absolutely.
same, then I feel like it's all right. And as long as you just don't throw it in that person's face,
Right.
that I'm doing this and you wouldn't have this because of me, like all that,
Oh
that's when
my
it starts to get
gosh.
into another level. So if you already in that mindset of that, you're gonna make someone either like run away or
Right.
push harder. So it just depends on
Tap me in.
your relationship.
Tap me in. Could somebody tap me in? I'm sorry. I just had to interrupt real quick because I gotta apologize to my husband real quick. 'Cause
Yes,
I
do
did
that.
do that. I did. I did.
does that.
No, I did that. I don't do that. But I have done that. I have made him feel like, oh my
It was
gosh.
only a
Say
quarter of his
sorry.
house. and a quarter of
Yeah,
his car.
right. I'm sorry, babe. I really am. This is really therapeutic. So this is helping me help
Right.
you. You know what I'm saying? And others. So
Are you
I have to
helping
sit to
anybody
that.
out there?
I hope we're helping someone out there. But yeah, I was that person. I did do that. Again, not purposely. I think that's just the way I was. I was kind of selfish. And maybe with me being an only child for 12 years before my brother came along, that may have had something to do with it. Like everything was like mine, So I do apologize, and that's not a good habit, and that will push someone away because we wouldn't want that.
Exactly.
So you have to put yourself in another person's shoes. If they were always to throw up in your face, oh, this is what I do for you, and you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. But you got to understand, you got to look at the thin line because I'm sure there's another way that person is contributing.
Right.
And sometimes we overlook those things. So we have to be so very, very careful when we're throwing stones and we don't live in glass houses.
Amen.
Amen. We'll
Amen
sip
to that. I'll
sip
sip
to
to
that.
that.
Sip to that.
I need more wine.
I know. I don't know if it's the wine is good, if I'm agreeing with everything, or if I'm thirsty. But
It's just really good.
it really is good.
It is good.
Okay.
All right, so next was the question. So just imagine you're just moving in.
Close your eyes and imagine.
You're just moving in with your boyfriend
Okay.
or your girlfriend. And now the bills are coming in, okay? So, of course, are you supposed to have that conversation before you move in, or how does it go? But do you think the man should pay the bigger bills, like the rent and all of that, and then the female should pay the little bills, just like the cable, groceries, and light, and then she's able just to save her money and do what she wants with it, and he's able to take care of everything else at home?
Wow. I'm going to let you handle that one first, Jazz.
Yeah, I had something to say immediately, actually. Well, I'm okay with 50-50. We're not in 1940s anymore, even though that sounds really great. But just things are really expensive.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't want to be a female that's just getting your nails done, getting your feet done, going to spas, and all he can do is come home to a hot plate. Like, he might want to go to a basketball game. He might need to keep his face looking nice. He needs to keep his hair cut. So, you know, 50-50 is kind of okay with me. It would be nice for a man to just pay the rent, and then, you know, a woman buy groceries, pay cable, light, you know, a little Verizon bill. But realistically, you guys want to save together, period, anyway. So definitely
So you're 50-50.
50-50. There's no, you know, him paying 80 and I'm paying 20%, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to be asking you for money. I'm still going to ask you. So I'm not going to make you pay this $11.75 rent, and I paid a $119 electric bill.
Still need that money to get
And
those
then
nails
he's
done.
Like, where are you doing all your rest of your money?
Like, right, he's going to say, where's your money? Didn't you just, well, let me tell you where my check went to. Because Plaza Azteca will get you. So
Especially her. She loves Plaza.
So, yeah, we can do 50-50, so I don't owe you
Okay.
anything afterwards.
Wow.
What about you?
Me, I believe 50-50 is if necessary, but I do feel as though if the man is in a position to be able to handle the bigger bill or bills, and, you know, us as ladies take care of, you know, the groceries, maybe throwing a water bill or something like that, I think that's fair. If you're able to. If you're not, hey, you got to do what works for you. For me in my house, my man handles all the big bills. So Shannon is able, you know, to get her hair done, nails done. But he likes that I'm able to do that.
Right, 'cause
He
you want
really
your woman looking
absolutely.
good,
So and one thing about him that I love, and kudos to his grandfather, who I had the opportunity of only meeting one time before he passed away. But Mike took up the concept of his grandfather, and he said that his grandfather used to get his check every single week. He would give his grandmother all of the check, with the exception of maybe like $50 to $100 just to keep in his pocket, but the whole check went to her.
I do like that.
So Mike does the same thing.
She's gonna pay the bills.
She's gonna pay the bills.
She's gonna pay the bills.
As long as you come home, you know that the lights on, the
Right.
water is on,
warm.
it's
Take a
warm. You
shower.
have something to eat.
Yeah.
That's all that matters to him, and he has been that way. So he makes sure that all the money is in the account. I get it. Distribute how you have to, and he just wants to make sure he has money in his pocket
To do what
for, you know, his lunch
Right.
or, you know, little things like that. So that's how we do it. And you know, I know we sometimes mimic our parents, because that's how it was in my household growing up.
Yeah.
My stepdad took care of all the bills, and my mom just had to pay the little bitty things,
Right.
you know, and she was able to shop and live her best life.
Right.
And now it got passed down to me, and I get to live my best life, and I'm thankful. Like, I am so thankful that I'm able to do that.
Right.
And why you said, I do really think too, it is how you are brought up, because a lot of females will just expect that. Like,
Right.
if you in the household with their, you know, their parents or their step parents, they're like, well, that's what I see. So
Right.
a guy can come off like, you know, that don't gotta be high, but if that's what you're used to, that's what you're used to seeing, you will kind of expect
But
that.
there's
That's
be
very
an
true.
awakening, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
There's
mean,
awakening. Everyone isn't like that, so
Right.
you do have to.
And if
It's
you-
nice, definitely.
It is,
like,
but
real
it-
life happens.
Yeah, and it does.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't always been in that position where we was
Right.
able to do that, but we were able to build over time. I mean, it's been almost 19 years. So, you know, we had time to kind of build and get into a rhythm of how it's going to work best. And, you know, and the sad part too, getting off the subject a little bit, most men don't even know how to pay bills. Like, if something was to happen to me right now, I don't even think Mike would know who to pay the bill to,
Yeah, oh my
because
Yeah,
I
a lot of
handle
people do that.
everything.
They're like, oh, my wife take care of that.
Take care of it.
I don't know. My
Yeah.
wife take care of it. Yeah, so that is true.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about that?
It all, of course, just depends on financial, you know, how much you're making, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to if he was able to do that, me take care of little bills and he just take care of the big bills. I would love that. But I know for me, how I am, like in the back of my mind, I'll probably be like, you're not going to, even if they don't want to throw it in my face, I always would have that, like, dang, they feel like, you know, they take care of the bills. And so I think I'll have to prove myself before we even get to that. Yeah, to get to that point, like to show you, like, I can go ahead and do this by myself. But once we get to that point, like you said, y'all did, then, okay, go ahead and take care of it. Because you already know that if we're in that situation, I can take care of it myself.
Can you tap me in?
So,
Tap.
I'm not going to allow a man to dictate what I can and can't buy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get
I couldn't be a
permission
housewife.
for a shirt, for earrings to go eat.
Yeah.
I don't want to worry about, oh, we only have $75 left in the account until next Friday. Like, I don't. So I'm going to go to work and you're going to go to work. And
Absolutely.
if you need something from me, I got you. I might say I need it back. But, like, there's no way I could ever be like that because I like to do too much. I like to eat. I like to go out. So,
Right.
you know, even aside from that, just saving. Like, I don't want to be like, you know, this is not mine. I have to consider X, Y, Z. So, I can't do that.
I couldn't do that either. And I know that's off the subject as well, but it ties in
It
because
does
I
tie
couldn't be a housewife.
So we could share. We could
Right,
share the bill. because
exactly.
You can't tell me that
what
I
to do.
can't buy anything.
And I'm not calling you if I see these shoes and say, babe, I see these shoes, and I'm not hiding any items in my car. I'm not hiding anything in the trunk. I'm not sneaking bags and I'm bringing them in proudly like, look what I got. Look what I got today.
You know,
But I don't even have to do that because Mike pays attention to everything. I mean, when you get that, oh, that's cute. I'm like, even a pair of earrings, oh, those are new. Like, this guy pays attention to everything, so I wouldn't even be able to get past him with any of it. Yeah, but hey, such is life.
Right.
But you live, you learn, and you keep it going.
and you try not to make the same mistake
Twice,
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good subject today.
It definitely was.
Yes, and
Anything else?
No, I don't think I have anything else. I hope this helps someone. If you had this on your mind, thinking about what you should do, what you should not do. Is it okay to split bills? Is it okay for your man to pay most of the bills? It is. It all depends on you. It all depends on your relationship. Communication.
Sit down,
Big thing.
Absolutely. Set your goals. Whatever your goal is, work that thing together. And it's not always about money. For a man and a woman, you can contribute differently. Making sure the house is clean, making sure your stuff,
It's up to date.
just making sure everything is good where you don't have any extra worries. Like, that's something to contribute. So it's not always about the money. But I do want to leave with a prophecy because guess what? Not only, does my husband take care of me right now, but I don't even want to pay the little bills anymore. Like, I want to just be, I want to be debt free in my marriage. And what that means to me is that he pays everything. So right now, in the name of Jesus, I want to prophesize that my husband, either one, hit the lottery. Number two, he gets, I won't share what he wants to do, but he gets to do the thing that he wants to do that will allow me to not have to worry about anything. So right now, in the name of Jesus, I pray that it comes to pass, Lord God. Yes.
And it drops on all of us.
It drops on all of us. Allow me to be debt free in my marriage. Hey, let's sip to that. Ching. Oh, you don't have any more? I'm sorry. Sip to that. Well, thank you guys for tuning in again. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned. Like I said, we have so many different things coming up. So many things we want to share with you guys that we can't do right now. But you are going to love it. Sip to That is going to a whole new level. So stay tuned. Tag a friend. Subscribe to our page. And sip to that.
Bye, guys.
Bye.